Hello, good evening. How is everyone? Let's wait till we get some people in and have a quick discussion. We're all having a good evening. Now it's a bit random. I didn't advertise it, so. Person, Ray, woof woof. How are you, mate? Hello, Jay. How you doing, mate? Yes, it's me, T. How are you doing? Unsubscribing. Oh, cheers, Lux. Thank you. Please tell me why. In capital letters. Yes, it's 3 minutes past 7. In another hour it'll be dark, so I wanted to get a stream in outside before it goes dark. It's blooming hot here. It's like being 32. It's 32. Hey up, Matt. How you doing, mate? It's 32 degrees. It's been today. It's been ridiculously. It's been ridiculously hot today. Mega hot. I came out in the garden this morning, worked for a bit, just not work, but sat in the garden for a bit, and it was just too hot. So I went inside until the sun came round of where I normally sit, and then I came back out again. It was a bit cooler. It's been mega hot, and we're not used to it. So you're on the tea, I'm on the beer. Yes, Ray. I suppose I should have maybe got a beer, but tea's quite nice. Do like me tea, as you know. So, what a debacle. The Blancpain X Swatch thing. I didn't bother going, as you all know. Last year, I nearly got my head kicked in when I decided to live stream. And of course, I got the dogs with me now, so I didn't have anybody. I didn't have anybody to look after them, even if I decided to brave it and go to London. But Muhammad Ali, big supporter of the channel. Hello, Muhammad. If you're watching this now or later, he went, and at 9 o'clock there was a big queue. He showed a picture of the queue outside the shop, then another queue to get into that queue. So it was mad. And apparently, what the flippers were doing, they were coming out the shop, high-fiving each other, then walking down the queue and selling the £320 watch for between 750 and 900 quid. I don't think anybody was actually. I don't think anyone took it up. I hope someone in that queue didn't bother to say bollocks to it. I'll pay that money because I can't be arsed queuing. But they were going down the queue, offering them for 750 to 900 quid. I was saying to a mate of mine today on the phone, we were talking about last year's fiasco. And what I said the problem being is that if I was at the front of the queue, legitimately, and I got somebody pushing in at a minute before the door opens and saying, I'm going here, I would end up saying something to them. Being only 5'1", I don't give a shit. I still stand up for my rights and say, fuck off, you ain't. And end up having a row with somebody because I just can't stand that shit, you know what I mean? If they're going to queue with everybody else and go and flip it, well, that's a bit of a shit, but at least they've joined the queue, legitimately. But to rock up a minute before and just say, guess what, I'm standing here, which is apparently what they were doing. 900 quid, Matt, yeah, so I mean, yeah. At 750, 10:30, 11:45, 11 o'clock, something like that. And there was one from Glasgow for 820 quid. With the receipt there, which you could clearly see the receipt. He got it from the Glasgow. He was in Glasgow and he got it from the Glasgow shop. And they were asking for 820 quid. So just pisses me off, to be honest, people like that. So people think the hype will go down. Apparently, you can walk into a Swatch shop and get a moon swatch now. Watch Apprentice, hello, how you doing, mate? Yeah, apparently you can walk into a Swatch shop now and get a moon. Apparently, if somebody wanted a moon swatch and were queuing to get a moon swatch legitimately, they were pulling them out and letting them go in and buying a moon swatch. Obviously, they probably just section the shop off. So I'll wait. I do want. I like the Antarctic. That's the one I like. The Blancpain and the Antarctic. And I said the blue one will be the one that sells most. So apparently Timmy bought the blue one. OC bought the white one. I don't think it was Kevin who was with him, the other guy. I'm not sure of that, but he bought a white one as well. He interviewed another guy who bought. So the Antarctic, he seems to be the popular one. That's the one I want. I think it looks the nicest. Dog over my left shoulder. Now the dogs are. You can't see the dogs where you are. The dogs are. One's below me on a cool mat, and the other one's down here. That is a bit of plastic. That's just a plastic box. Get that out of the way. It's a bit of a plastic box there. Wrapping. Yes, I do want an Antarctic. I don't know whether it would annoy me with having a ghost position on the crown, because some of them don't have a date. The ones that don't have a date have a ghost position on the crown. Now, the mate I was speaking to this morning, he hasn't seen one. He said the pictures he's seen, it looks like it's got a screw-off back. It's got knurls on it. Do I take it that's just effect? It doesn't have. It is sealed, is it? Is it? Can anyone remove like the notches on? But surely not. Surely it is sealed, isn't it? You can't mend. You can't fix the movement if it goes faulty, because apparently the movement is glued. Yeah, Ray, I think it's so not serviceable. I know the movement isn't serviceable. The movement is glued together, not screwed. But what I was thinking, if you could unscrew the back of it, you could get one of those movements out of a cheap shit watch at a cracked screen for probably 50 quid. Take the movement out. See, the movement's been going for 20 years, and put a new movement in. That's what I was thinking. I know the movement itself is not serviceable, it's glued. But I was just thinking if you could get the back off, you just drop a new movement in if you needed be. It's all machine assembled, right? I said, okay, I'll tell my mate, because he just saw pictures of it and said to me, is it, can you screw the back off? I said, I don't know. But it's a bit funny, isn't it? The ocean's all about keep the plastic out the oceans, but yet the watch could just stop and you can't mend it. So how many people are going to be scubaing and swimming at it? Well, 91 meters anyhow. Or let's say a scenario: somebody goes down scubas with it at 150, 200 meters, and it's 91 meters, and water gets in it, pressure gets in it, and it breaks. And they look at it and see it's not working and take it off and drop it in the ocean. Off you go. There you go. It's not serviceable. And one of them just sinks down to the bottom of the sea. Is that a gas meter cabinet behind me, TNT? It is, but I don't kind of use it. It's a bit odd. It doesn't have. I'm in a park home, so we don't use it. So I think it is, yeah. I never actually undone it. Yeah. I'm just sitting out here simply because it's lovely and cool. In the house, it's about 27 degrees. We don't have aircon over here like you lot. All the Americans have a nice aircon. We don't have aircon. Got all the windows open, doors open, and everything. But get the guitar out. No, I'm not gonna get the guitar out tonight, mate. Sorry, I'm just. Every the neighbours will be sitting in the garden. I don't want to don't want to break their silence, or whatever. It's just nice to sit here. I've been sitting here most of the afternoon. To anybody here, I take it there's no one here there's no one here who's bought one of the new watches, then, is there? Or planning to? Another reason I'm sitting out. I've just bought a rattan set, like a garden set. So it's nice just to sit out here. The dogs love it. The dogs absolutely love it. We've got a sofa to themselves. I understand people's stuff and pay well above when you could have an Elliot Brown. Correct. The Elliot Brown Holton Professional I already have. Got it on a rubber NATO. It doesn't come with a rubber NATO. It comes with their own textile NATO and a rubber strap. I got this rubber NATO for it. But great watch. Shares its duties with the CWC as current issue to the Special Boat Service. Yeah, great watch. I was trying to come to the show in Brighton next week, the Best of British. But it looks like I can't because I can't get a dog sitter. I'm trying to line up a series of people who can look after the dogs, and obviously I've only had them not very long, and you've got to try and build a network of dog sitters up. I could bring them along because the hotel is dog friendly, but there could be people at the show who are allergic to dogs. I mean, I got a friend of mine, Jack, who loves dogs, but he sneezes until he has to take a pill first before he knows he's going to a house with dogs. Like, we all meet up. I worked with Jack, and he still works at AXA, but different. But I see we all meet up at someone's house. But if I'm bringing the dogs, he has to take an antihistamine pill first. So I could just rock up at the show with the dogs, and there could be people there who are allergic to dogs, and it's unfair on them, really. So that's why I can't take them. I will get a network of dog sitters eventually. I've got my sister's 60th in December, so I really need to find someone then to look after them. Would go up north to go to the do we're having. Jamie Appleton, hey tears, mate. I hope you're well. You're coming to World Time. I said, I don't know, mate. I'm just saying, Jamie. It depends. Depends on dog sitters. Yes, Ronnie and Reggie are outside with me now. I've got Reggie is just here, and Ronnie is behind me because I can feel him pushing up on my back. So he's behind me, and he's just licking my fingers now. So they're both behind me now. The boys are. Do you want to see him? Let's get one on the other. Come on, man. Come on, one at a time. Don't start jumping up together. There's Ronnie. Say hello to everybody. You're a star, Ronnie. You're hot today. He's got his tongue out. He's very hot. Aren't you, boy? You're very, very hot. You don't cope well, you don't cope very well at all in this weather. Bless him. Right. Come on, Reggie. Come and say hello. Oh, and here's little Reggie. There you go. He copes a bit more. He copes a bit better, does Reggie. His face isn't as squashed, shall we say. Sorry, Ronnie. His face isn't as squashed, so he copes a bit better with the weather. Don't you, boy? You do. Now, poor little Reggie has got something wrong with his back leg. I noticed a few weeks after I got him, for some reason he couldn't jump up on his back legs. He couldn't jump off on the sofa. He used to when I got him, then suddenly he stopped. I left it a few days and it went right, and he could jump on the sofa. But I've just noticed when he walks slightly, his back leg is not completely right. You can tell. So I took him to the vet the other day, and he agreed. He had him on the table, and was in no pain whatsoever. So he pulled his legs apart. He did all this, did pull them apart. He bent them up and played, and he was in no pain. But he's going to have some X-rays on Tuesday just to make sure there's nothing going on. So he's having to be put under anaesthetic because he's got to remain still. So I'm taking him on Tuesday morning for a day visit, little mite. He should be all right, but I don't, I know that Ronnie's not going to be. Ronnie's going to be upset when suddenly he's gone for the day. Suddenly he's had Reggie with him all the time. Suddenly Reggie isn't with him, and he's going to go walking around looking in all the rooms for him. He's wondering where he is. But he's going in for a day, so I'm bringing him back Tuesday. So I should be streaming Tuesday as long as he's all right. He might be a bit sleepy. So I know some people have said there's nothing going on with Craycam. Well, he really might not be off anything going on with Craycam because he might be asleep. Bless him. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, the little fellow will be all right, I'm sure. I'm sure he'll be fine. I've got insurance anyhow. Yes. Be lucky, TNT. Off to watch ENG for my sins. Gold Tooth Jacko, how you doing, man? All right. Nice to see you, man. I'm good, thank you. Yes. Just thought I'd go live after the football and just say hello to everybody. Yes, weather's been shoddy. Did you say, Jamie? What's it been like over there, mate? Because here, I said it's been bonkers. It's been 32 today. My sister lives up north, where it probably normally rains, but I think it's been hot up north. Been 28, 29, 30 up north as well. Been really hot. Tomorrow is going to be slightly cooler, not a lot. Monday, very slightly cooler again, so it could be 29 tomorrow, 28 on Monday. And then it's going down to 22 and thunderstorms, according to what I read on Tuesday, which will be a nice break. Comfortable 29-30. Really nice day. Cheers, Jamie. I take it, you've got aircon. Good, all fine here. Do you regret selling the FXD yet? Right. The thing is, Gold, Jacko. If I had all the money in the world, I'd have them both. I like me Speedmaster. I know it's not your thing, but I like me Speedy, and I wanted to change. I wanted a Speedy, and I like the FXD, and I couldn't keep both. If I hadn't had the Boiler Fight Cup, well, then I would have sold the other Speedmaster that I won, and I would have bought the Moonwatch with that money, but I didn't. One thing I get annoyed with, I've said this before recently, that the new Tudor, they took too many things of the FXD and just made it into that watch for the Red Bull one. I mean, I thought what we had, the FXD, was unique, but they kept the fixed lugs, they kept the bezel with the markings on, they kept everything, and then it didn't make it as special anymore, I don't think. If they just got the FXD as it was and then boom, cut it dead, and any other watch they made didn't make it with that spec with the lugs and everything, it would have been better. I don't think 21s are going for that massive money. I've seen, all right, some people chance their arm at 6.5, but I think you can still get them less than that wanted. I mean, I've got enough watches as it is. I said I showed this a minute ago. I still love me Elliot Brown. Great watch, superb watch. Yeah. Yes, Jamie. Thank you. It's all bonkers because this day in the world, you don't really need a watch at all, do you? You just use your phone, so it's all crazy stuff. I'm glad to see you, Jamie. You kind of disappeared for a few weeks, didn't you? Didn't see much of you, but you're back now. I take it. You bought anything new, Jamie? You must have bought another AP or something extravagant. A bit better budget than me, aren't you? 19 watching. That's not bad for a random. I do like the Elliot Brown. I do like the Elliot Brown, and the new ones are amazing. I haven't actually looked at them, Matt. The new ones are they anything to do with military? The new ones. I have to go and have a look. Jamie Appleton says no interest whatsoever in buying watches. Okay. Maybe the Elliot Brown Land Rover. Okay, Jamie, that's good. Yes, there are many who have been trying to sell the MN21 for silly money, but no sales since 2021. Yeah, I'm sure there's one on eBay, Matt, that is 6,500, and I'm sure it's the same one that is sat there for ages, not budged. Yeah, I mean it's a good watch, and we know, and I don't know. I say I'm loving this and loving the CWC as well because, as we know, the ones that the Marine National get are slightly different than that one that you've got and I've got, as in the different lines of the dial and stuff. Yet that is almost identical, isn't it, to the one they get, and the CWC is as well. Right, you don't reckon it's as good as CWC by a long way. Why is that, Matt? Let us know, mate. I'm not challenging it. I just genuinely want to know. I thought they were both pretty good. I mean, obviously now I own both. I didn't think there was that much difference between the two. Why is the CWC a lot? Come on, mate, if you want, I can. No, I'm not on stream. I can't drop you a link, am I? Sorry. I'll have to get you on one day and you can have a chat, Matt, about it. Love to have you on the stream, mate, and discuss military watches. Love to. But yeah, the loom on this is pretty bonkers, like the CWC loom is. But I'm interested to know why this is way off the CWC. I know you don't like the screws on the back. I know you think that's a bit of a faff. And I'm also quite surprised when the spec says welded lugs that they get away with with a screw going in. I mean, yes, it's pretty strong. I mean, yeah, it ain't going anywhere, but it's not a welded lug. And I always thought the specifications said welded. I'm quite surprised they accepted that. But it's good because you can literally swap stuff around. So if anyone's in the so if anyone any Red Bar members are around, join, or you haven't join Red Bar, and then there's an event going on next week in Brighton. That's all we're saying. I can't say the venue. We're not allowed to say the venue unless you're a member of Red Bar. But it's going to be a big good event. I said I was going to go, but I can't get a dog there. I won't be. Okay, Goal 2 Jacko said CWC's tried and tested for decades. The Holton bezel is shit. It has screws on the back. Yeah, Rolex have never done this and maintain waterproofness. Screwing spring bars it can live with. Yeah, I know what you mean about the the bezel doesn't feel very tactile, does it? It feels a bit woolly to me. It doesn't really do anything as far as I like something where you've really got to twist it to make it move. It feels a bit. It does feel a bit woolly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Jacko's going to be the red bar. Said I can't. Unfortunately, mate. I can't do. I can't get a dog sitter. The place does allow dogs, but it says somebody could have an allergy to dogs. I don't want us walk in there with the dogs. I mean, the organizer hadn't said I can bring them anyhow, but even if I asked and he said yes, I think it's a bit unfair in case there might be somebody from one of the stalls who's got a dog allergy, and I just rock up with them and he starts sneezing the tits off. That's not very good. Um, yeah, I know. Sorry, man. We will get to meet up, definitely, because I'm going to come over and um, see your watch collection sometime. I still want to do that. Do a video on your watch collection. Definitely, we'll get that sorted. Therapy. I couldn't get away with these two being therapy dogs. not not French bulldogs. Besides, the organisers know me. The people from Red Bar know they're not therapy dogs. They're they accepted worse in Geneva. Yeah, I mean, I said I could just rock up. I said because I spoke to the hotel today, and they said all rooms are ready. But I don't want to. It's unfair on people just to rock up with the dogs. If it was outside, people just walk away, whatever. But I can't do it. Besides, it's not the easiest place to get to for me. It's an hour and a half drive, and then parking is ridiculous. Or it's a slightly less drive to Lansing, and then get a train in for 15, 20 minutes, and then walk 20 minutes to the venue. No, Jamie, they're not on a disaster. I've only taken them on the train, mate. I took them to Brighton on the train a couple of months ago, and they were great. The train basically I drove to Lansing, which is 20 minutes away by train to Brighton, and they got on the train and they loved it, and people loved the dogs. They mobbed them, mate. Trust me, they weren't a disaster. They happily sat on the train. They didn't chew the train up. They didn't shit on the train. They were they loved it. They'd be great. No, no, honestly, mate, they're well travelled. These guys. I mean, they just don't panic at all. I mean, they go in the car for 2 hours and they have the window open, the air conditioning on, and they just don't complain. They just lie there and enjoy the journey. Jamie, yeah, let us know next time you're coming down this way again, like you did. Was it last year? And I'll bring the dogs up to see you. They'd love to see you, mate. They're currently just snoring behind me. Do you know what, Jamie? You say you get my pocket watch, but do you know what? I keep seeing it popping up on Facebook feed and stuff. Tactical dog collars. Tactical dog collar, and he actually looks a bit like it looks like a NATO strap. And as you know, I keep banging on about NATOs, so I might have to get them a tactical dog collar. You know what I mean? Or get somebody who makes NATO straps to make some special collars for the boys. Yeah, just for watchdogs. Bless them. Do they actually speak French? My buddy's French, only speaks Ukrainian. Do you know what? They're fairly good actually. They don't. They're a bit. they react sometimes to other dogs going past, but they don't actually bark and bark and bark all the time. They just fairly quiet. Yes, NDC making dog collars. Yes, if you ever want to make a couple of special straps for the boys, let me know, Jacko. Quite nice to them to have that, won't it, boys? Eh? Show them off because they got on they got on the Cray stream every week, so they actually go live with me usually on the Tuesday. Yeah, all good. Stick a Casio on them and you'll be at the start of the event. Yeah. So anybody bought anything else? Anybody bought any description recently? I don't know. Anyone? Thomas Burnett, hey Thomas, £4.99. Here's a super chat for a dog cam free stream. Really, Thomas? Please explain to me why you don't want the dogs on. I appreciate that, and maybe then I don't put them on Tuesday because I said Reggie's going in for an operation, so I may just let him lie there. But I don't think my stream's any crapper than it is by having the dogs on. But you know, thank you, Thomas. I respect what you say. Hi, Pocket. How you doing, mate? I didn't think Thomas would be an anti-dog person. I know he feels quite strongly about it. But if you'd followed me from day one, I'm sure Thomas has been quite near that. You know, I said I wanted a dog. I always said, talked about it. And people kept asking me, especially on the streams like this, Tickers, what's happening with the dog? Any dog news? When are you getting a dog? People get asking me. It was quite a popular subject. So, you know, yes, I know we should be talking about watches, but, you know, this whole community is about people as well. It's not just watches. It'd be boring if we just went straight down the line talking about a watch. It's all about people as well. It's all about characters. If I'd gone last year to the Swatch shop, walked past, had a chat with a load of people, and then came home, it would have been crap. But because I nearly got my head kicked in, it was quite funny. Critter, love the dog stickers. Hello, Critter. How are you doing, love? I'm glad you love the dogs. Yes. Love the dogs. Got to keep them in the show. And I'm a channel member. There you go. Thank you, Matt. The members have spoken. Matt H and Critter are both channel members. If anyone actually fancies being a member of the ticket show, we have memberships available. Chili Badger just received a Bolivar Jetstar red dial today. It's a beauty. Yeah, Bolivar. I love Bolivar. I've got a few Bolivars because he seemed to be doing. Is it an old one, Chili, or is it a reissue of one of their ones that he did? Because they seem to be doing it reissues quite, don't they? They did the parking meter watch, which is a reissue one they used to do. Oh, 1973 reissue. Right. Yeah, their reissues they got lots of stuff. I mean, I had the other moon watch, the large one, the 44 mil, and I sold that and I got the 42 and a half, I think it was, or something. The correct size. It does make a difference. And it's a nice watch as well. The other moon watch. Ultra smooth second hand. Oh, the high precision movement. Yeah, that bonkers movement. It's 16 beats a second or something, or 32 beats a second. I think it's 32 beats a second, isn't it? It's bonkers movement. Yeah, really good. Yeah, I do like Bolivar. I love that story of that other moon watch as well. I think that's a bonkers story. That. Yeah, I think Chile seems to be doing well buying what he seems to be buying 3 or 4 a month, don't you, Chill? I'm sure you've had one every week for the last don't know how many weeks. Sure you have. They're good on you, you see, because they're not silly prices, you know. I bet you paid Chile. Did he pay what 500 max for it? Less than that. You bought it brand new. They're usually if it's a 1973 reissue. That means it's a reissue, a brand new one of the 1973 one, isn't it? So usually all their ones now are about 500 quid. You don't have a problem, Chile. Don't worry about it, mate. You know, there's just yes, brand new. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you don't have a problem at all. You just let you watch it. There's nothing wrong with that. Good. Good. Yeah. Anybody else bought anything? I'm still waiting for someone to come in. We've got 20 people, but no one's gone out and bought one of those Blancpains yet. We all have that pocket. You must have gone out and bought a Blancpain, mate. Surely. Thomas said, "Hey, mate, I love your dogs. I like when you pick them up and show them, but it's like putting a camera on pets. Does nothing in general. A hamster sleeping in a cage. Yeah, but the thing is, Thomas, I don't lot of the time put them just on that. I always have them at the side of me, so it's just look at me and not look at the dogs. People who want to see the dogs look at the camera of the dogs. I mean, it was more apparent on Tuesday because there was only me. But when you've got me, you've got Pocket, you've got Brian, you've got 4 windows. It's smaller, isn't it? It was big on Tuesday because it was just half the screen was me, half the screen was them. But on Tuesday, I think Brian's going to be back. Pocket, are you with me on Tuesday night? So if Pocket's there on that, so I'll have me, Pocket, Brian, and the dogs. So it'll be a small square window on the bottom. And as I said, we've got 2 paying members who like the dogs, which is Critter and Matt. And the harmless. Neil Barrett just got a Hamilton Field 38. Love it. Is that the mechanical? Is that because they make a? I think they make a quartz and they make an automatic. I take it's the handline one, isn't it? It's brilliant if it is. I've got one of them as well. Andreas just received a Seiko 5 yellow dial GMT. Very nice. Love Seiko. I think me and Sam from Casual Watch are going to do something on Seiko at one point because I've got like 5 or 6 Seikos and he must have 5 or 6 Seikos. By the way, anyone who's wants to see a good video, go on to Casual Watch Reviewer and watch the Seiko video, the one on the Grand Seiko that he bought, didn't like, and sold it and took a dive on it. It's a damn good video that. They always say don't meet your heroes. Because he fell in love with the Grand Seiko, wanted one for ages, bought it and hated it, and then couldn't sell it for what he paid for it. It's quite funny because he's done it before. Remember a couple of weeks ago, I bought a X33 Seamaster. Well, Sam wanted an X33 for years, bought a Gen 1 and didn't like the bracelet on it and sold that a few years ago and took a bath on that as well. So, yeah, never meet your heroes, they say, don't they? Okay, Matt H. My last purchased watch was a Zero West FS2 Flying Scotsman, and it's a fucking lovely piece. So pleased with it. Can easily pass as a dress watch too. That's good. Yeah, I'm trying to picture what that Bolivar's like actually. It's Red Star. I'll check it out. I don't know all the models, so I'll check that. Just tell me, Chili. If I put in, or is it? If it is, I'll have a look for it. How are we doing? 1943. We're doing all right at the moment. It's not dark yet. I know that last night I looked. I think it was just about 8:10. It was pretty much dark, so we're good for another 10-15 minutes yet, I think. Hello, Chili Badger. I looked at the Jetstar that you got. It looks really nice, especially with the red dial. Jetstar, right? I'll have a look at that. Rick Aldridge, actually, Badger, precisionist movement is underrated, isn't it? Works beautifully. I've no doubt the quality would be good. Bolivar are on fire most of the time anyway. Yeah, they're great watches. Bolivar are great watches. Do like them. I want a Bolivar. Which one is it? Is it the Acatron? The one where you can see all the workings of it in green. You know the one I mean? It's buzzes. It's got a buzz on it. I know. I think Shelley will know which one I mean. But they're very, very hard. They're very, very hard to get. Quite. David Rogers, good evening. Thank you for joining us. So there's a few movement around. I expect a loud bark at the minute because there's people walking out. No, they're all right. Go back to sleep. That's all right. Right. Chili Badger said Jetstar red dial. That's good. Yeah. Yes, I do like Bolivar. I can't. I think it's the Bolivar. I think it's the Acatron. I think it is with the. It's like a green dial, but you can see the capacitor inside and everything. But to get a decent one it's quite a lot of money. You can get crap ones, but get a decent one. Apart from that, nothing else is on the pipeline at the moment. But you never know. Something just. Rick Aldridge, John Acatron, have one, mate. Buzzes like a mad thing when you rest it on a desk. Amazing piece of engineering. Thought it was. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, I've got nothing. Yeah, I said big purchase. Next big purchase would probably be the No Time to Die eventually, but I can wait. There's always ones flying about, but there's always other little pieces to get in between when they pop up. Just get a fixation, and then just that looks nice. I'll buy that. I see something in a magazine, I read about something, and I get fixated on it, and I end up going to find one and buying it. Nobby Sensei, evening TNT. Good evening, Nobby Sensei. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I just end up seeing like the X33. I didn't know much about it, and then Sanford Casual Watch was talking about it. He'd done a program on stuff. I can't remember what the subject line was. It might be Not Meet Your Heroes. It might have been the one that he said he was a letdown for him. And then Dave from Scottish Watches was on, and he loved his, and they started talking about it. And then I saw it. I thought, what the fuck's that? I'd never really looked into it, and I really loved it. So I did some research, and I managed to get one with a Generation 2 with box and papers. And the reason I wanted the Generation 2 is because that is still issued to NASA pilots to this day for inside the aircraft, for inside the spacecraft. As soon as they come off the spacecraft, they take it off them and give them one engraved on the back with the mission. But they take the original one off him and go and get it serviced and hand it out again. So it's a bonkers watch, but I love it. It's different. You know me, different. I don't go for your standard stuff. I go for different. And I got it with box and papers, and the box is got that Kevlar. It's made of, or the material on the outside is the Kevlar material that spacesuits are made out of. That white material. That's what the outside of the box is made out of. So I had to get one, and I had to get one with a box. The boxes are over 100 quid on their own. Okay, Matt H says the Chili Badger. Yeah, I can't find fault with this. I think it means a Zero West. Money well spent in my book. Cool looking bracelet and a most unusual shaped case. Oh no, sorry, he's on about the Bolivar. Right, I see what you mean. Right, the Bolivar Jetstar. Oh yeah, how's Patrick? How's your shoulder, mate? I saw the pictures on our chat, but I suppose you You're used to it. You knew how the operation. You've probably done one of them operations yourself, haven't you? Chile. So Matt hates it. So it's 40 mil. So pocket watch still can't wipe his butt or easily put a shirt on, but healing well. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, it's bad when you can't wipe your ass. Can't use your can't use your other hand. No, seriously, I know you. It's the thing like you use the same hand all the time. Just use you haven't done both shoulders, have you? Just got one shoulder. Just swap over and use your other hand. It feels weird. Feel like somebody else is doing it, but you know, needs must. Anyhow, back to watches. Chili Badger, Matt, Matt will message you how to get a discount. Excellent. A couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago, can't remember how long ago it was. Not so long ago, anyhow. I bought a Bulliver Devil Diver for a mate of mine. That's a reissue of an original dive watch they did. It's called the Devil Diver because it's 666 feet. That's what it's rated at. So 666, the Devil. That's a great watch. Looks a bit like a Pepsi, like the bezel, Pepsi bezel, and it's got a nice shaped case. So I'll show that on stream sometimes. That's quite nice. Okay, back to wiping arses. Right, the aim is for pulling the other butt cheek. Too much. Oh, the arm, not the aim. So the arm is pulling the butt cheek. TMI. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Definitely TMI. Let's just bring the stream down to another level. Sorry, guys. Edgy. Sorry. I won't do a stream on it. Don't worry. Right, Pocket. Just give a heads up with your shifts and everything. Are you with me Tuesday night, please? Spoke to Brian the other day in Vegas, and he should be. Hopefully, he's got things on, but he should be with me Tuesday night. So, Pocket, if you're with me as well, could be good. Headed to movie on Tuesday. You go to a movie, okay, no problem. I know somebody was talking about getting TPG. I messaged TPG, and he said no thanks. I'm not going on any more live streams or blogs or anything. He actually answered me. I put the call out to him to get him on, but he did say what he wasn't doing anymore. I'll message him again in a few months' time and see where he is. Might be open to it, but at least he messaged me. At least he answered me. So that's the latest with that. I've got a few other plans in mind for streams that I want to do with people. Keeping it on the hat at the moment, but I'm working on something which could be quite interesting. But turn Clyde right. Well done, T. Okay, Clyde. Well done, T. What on, please, if you don't mind me saying. Thank you for that. Oh, for messaging TPG, maybe. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was good of him to reply. Yeah, it was. I thought it was quite good of him to reply, but puts me on the radar a bit. It would have been good if he came on. Oh, for trying to get TPG on. Yes, thanks, Clyde. Yeah, yeah. I would have. It would have been quite interesting. Got to give it a go. You know what I mean? Oh, that would have blown. That would have blown the stream up, wouldn't it? I was at the moment. We're getting quite dark at the moment, but you can still see me. That's good. That's good. All right. For anyone who's just joined, don't worry. I haven't got a problem paying the electricity bill. As you can see, I'm actually just sitting outside because it's nice and quiet, and it's peaceful, and it's cool. Thomas Burnett, John, have you looked up the GGW 113 made by Hamilton, Benrus, and later Marathon. They were used in Vietnam. The Hamilton version of the predecessor to the car Kim McQueen wore the Benrus and Bullet. Yes, I've got. Hang on, I'm actually embarking in a minute. I've got to knocking around somewhere. With GGW 113. I'm sure on the back. I've looked into it. And I know the Benrus that McQueen got. There's weird Vietnam watches, aren't they, Tom? Because there's lots of different stuff knocking around. Um, I've got the Benrus disposable, which is the plastic one, which is basically a hand wind movement, which is not serviceable. He just throws away, and it's from 1974, and it still runs. But apparently now you can actually service them. Now you can get the glass out. There are people who can do it. They can pull the glass out from the front and service them, but it still runs. And I think I've got that's the Benrus. And I think I've got Hamilton with but I'm not always familiar with their markings on the GGW 113 hours. Obviously W10 6BB, all that lot /99 all that. I get my head around that. But next time, remind me, and I'll bring them on the stream. The marathon, marathon, and the Benrus that I've got. I think I looked into getting a McQueen one, and I think they were pretty silly money actually. As soon as someone gets the idea that he wore one in Bullet, they kind of go up in price. You know. Yes. So no, I was going to try and the loom. The loom hasn't charged up massively on this because it's been in its box, so it hasn't had any chance to charge up the loom on it. But the loom is pretty bonkers normally on the Elliot Brown. It's usually got a pretty good loom on it. Right, 24 watching. How long have we been on for? We have been on for 52 minutes. Okay. Fubbing Colossus. Apparently, the Devil Diver has the shitty Myoto 8000 series that makes noise. Yeah, it has got that shitty 8000 series, but it's not a bad watch. Got it fairly cheap, and no hacking either. No, it's quite a nice watch. It's quite a nice, got it fairly cheap. It's quite a nice shaped watch. I think my favourite Bolivar I've got is definitely the other Moon watch. Very nice watch. Especially now it's got the correct size and no date. It always bugged me. The one I had was too big and it had a date window on it. And people were asking for ages. Bolivar people make it smaller, make it the same size as the original, and they never thought they would. And then suddenly they must have listened to all the people buying it and made the smaller one. And they do a blue and white one as well, which is a bit like the Snoopy. So I wouldn't mind one of them as well sometime. Yeah, so everybody wants a nice looking watch, have a look at the Bolivar Moon watch. Yeah, the Devil Diver. They do nice colour. Mine's got the Pepsi dial, but they also do one with an orange dial as well. Thinking watch wise, I still like Doxa. I wouldn't mind a Doxa, not the new, not the army one like Pocket's got, but one with an orange, the proper like 300T. I still like that. I still like Doxa. I can't really think of anything else that just sits in my face apart from the No Time to Die. Oh, well, of course, Panerai. Yeah, sorry, Panerai. I still wouldn't mind. I still like Panerai. I wouldn't mind a Panerai. But they're not as expensive as the No Time to Die, but they're a bit of money. But yes, I wouldn't mind a Panerai at some point. So yes, we've still got a bit of collection to do. I might have to do a video on the state of collection sometime. It'll have to be a two-parter because I've got over 50 watches. I must have 48, 50 watch. I haven't counted them, but I must have 48 to 50 watches. A lot of them are military ones. Actually, as in proper issued military ones, or the same model that has been issued to the military, like various G-Shocks. I've got about 5 or 6 G-Shocks, and even my issued one is the same model that has been issued, and they're no different apart from a number on the box. The watches are absolutely no different. Thomas Burnett, love my Panerai, my most worn watch. I'm guessing. Turn Clyde right, 50. Holy smoke! Yeah, I know it's bad, isn't it? But they're not all. They're not dead expensive on the scheme of things. Well, they are expensive, but let's just think now. We've got a moon watch, a proper moon watch is like 5 and a bit grand. We've got an X33 that's 2 grand. We've got a 1993 Seamaster 300 James Bond. It's not a James Bond one. It's the same one that Pierce Brosnan wore in GoldenEye, but it's not got all the not GoldenEye. That was the GoldenEye was the quartz one. The second Pierce Brosnan film he did, it was a mechanical one. That's worth about 3,200, I think, something like that. And then all the rest are a few £100. But there's a lot of them, like CWC, £700 or whatever it was when I bought it, and the odd 200, £300. So they're not a lot of. So you say, yeah, I've got 50 watches. You think, fuck 50 watches, but there aren't 50 Rolexes. Those ones I mentioned before are my most expensive watches. A 5, a 3, 2, or something, and a 2. Those are like my most expensive ones, and all the rest are. I mean, like my Berthier watch is an Omega Seamaster 600, and that was £700, 1966. So yeah, budget watches. You buy what you like. I don't just buy the hype. I don't just buy stuff for the, because I buy what I like. That's the way I do it. Right, I'm gonna go because it's like pitch black here, and the picture's looking a bit grainy. Money well spent on your Seamaster. Yeah, what I did, I remember. I'll just tell the story before I go. I was on a stream and I was on with Swiss, and we were talking about, and I said I wouldn't mind a Pierce Brosnan automatic Seamaster 300 with the blue wavy dial, and he found it. He went online and he found the one in Worthington Jewellers in Manchester. He spotted it, and it had a full service, and importantly, it had the bracelet service as well with all the pins and collars. So I went and bought it. So yes, that was a good one. That Seamaster. That's probably your one and done. You know what I mean? You can look great on any strap, anything. It's a great watch, proper dive watch as well. So yes, thank you very much, Matt H. Upvote, please, everyone. Just press the thumbs up button icon. It helps the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. It was good to have a good stream. I said hopefully we should be okay Tuesday night. I'll give you an update on how the boys doing. And I will speak to you all again soon. Good night, everybody. Thank you.